I'd like to welcome you to Be More News and the HarlemBusinessJournal.com. We're up in the one and only New York City. We're here with Jessica Spaulding, and she's the owner of the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
And we must put a plug in for Michelle Mitchner of the Bark Shop.
Yes, my bestie. I was just on the phone with her.
And you guys, you're all about supporting each other, especially
definitely.
through COVID.
Definitely. It's the only way we've really made it is by sticking together and making sure that we just show up for one another. That's like the most important part of it, like, because you're going to feel like you're going crazy by yourself.
So where's the Chocolate Factory?
So we're located on 138th and 7th Avenue between, like right in the Shivers Road district. Like, so all the brownstones and everything. We got a little shop right there on 7th.
What made you open it?
I've been working with chocolate my whole life, and I've always wanted Harlem to have something that I always felt like I had to go downtown to go experience. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try it myself, and got into learning more about the business side and not just the chocolate side.
So how would I differentiate myself from the typical chocolate buyer? What would I come into the Chocolate Factory and order where you be like, oh, well, he's done some homework?
Yeah, right. So it's really about the percentage of chocolate, right? Like, we all know dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, but then you can get into different percentages, right? So we have a very dark chocolate, which is about 72%. So when you know which percent of chocolate you like there's some people who are like, I like milk chocolate, but I like dark milk chocolate. So that means they're like, oh, I want a 40%. We right around in the 38% range, just because we want to get everybody, people who like real milk and people who like it real dark. So, when you know those percentages, that's how you know.
So pardon my ignorance, can vegans eat chocolate?
Most definitely. Chocolate doesn't necessarily have to include milk product, especially all of the bean to bar and things of that nature. You add that milk powder at the end of the chocolate making process, and so you can totally make things that have absolutely no milk products in it whatsoever.
Okay, now here's another question I just don't know the answer to. Africa. Does chocolate have roots in Africa?
Most definitely. So it's one of the only places on earth that chocolate grows in. So it's so funny.
It grows?
Yeah, so cacao beans, right? We make chocolate from cacao beans, and when you are sourcing, when you're sourcing these beans, you can only find them in certain areas of the world.
Okay.
So you can only find.
We got a driver
craziness,
getting
right?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
how do you spell this cacao?
Cacao is COCOA.
Okay.
And it's a little
cacao
bean, and it comes in a little pod. And the process of fermenting it is where you start to develop those chocolate flavors, and then you go through a process of grinding and everything. 80% of the chocolate on this earth is grown on the continent of Africa.
Oh my.
And there are less than 1% of all companies on this entire earth that are black owned.
Black owned. That's why we have to support you. What's your website?
HarlemChocolateFactory.com, www.harlemchocolatefactory.com.
And you're on all of the social media?
All of the social medias, all of them.
Okay, I gotta ask you, while we have you, just one last question. COVID, has that changed the game?
It definitely has. I think for us, it took us out for a second, but then as people were home, they found a renewed kind of need to have a little quick getaway. You can't go on vacation no more.
Chocolate can be a staycation.
Exactly. It's definitely a staycation piece and a part of the staycation nest. So, you grab your bar and you can just relax and mellow out. And chocolate itself has some really healing properties emotionally and physically. So, people get in their little bar. So we're seeing that happen. And people just wanting to let people know that they care. That has increased. So we see.
Oh, chocolate as a gift.
Exactly. So, and we're.
They better be real special, because I'm feeling chocolate right now. I gotta ask you this: are our businesses, black businesses, sticking together? 2020.
We stick together through all times. Like, that notion that we don't stick together, that's a myth. I have, you're gonna not get along with people. I have people I don't get along with. But on the whole, like that's a myth.
My thing is, if they are hiring other black people, especially in this day and time, I don't have to like them, I don't have to be in love with them, but they're providing employment opportunities for other people from my other black people, then I can easily support them. That should be a no-brainer. That's what Black Wall Street is all about in that book.
Exactly. And so, we find ways to support each other because we know we're not going to find it anywhere else. And we go through things uniquely that will make you feel like you're crazy and you need somebody else to check it. Like, no, you're not failing. These are the roadblocks that have been put in place. And so it just definitely gives us an opportunity to just vent and about things that are more real to us versus like if you go to just an open business forum, y'all complaining about things that are not realistic, like, oh, it's hard to raise this extra million, and we like, I'm trying to get a regular loan for 10 grand to cover some packaging, and it's difficult.
We got to put a plug in for your team.
Yeah, this is the family team, my mom and kids and everything, and all of us. It's a whole team that makes it happen. That's why, like, the relationship I have with Melissa is so important because, like, she's another business owner. So it's like things that she's going to understand that maybe, somebody else trying to support me may not fully get. And so when we understand our experience, we got to just come together even more. And it's so much more important to really support each other in that way.
Jessica Spaulding, we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing. And we look forward to seeing you the next time we get up into the big city.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me and, thinking about me. I feel special.
That's teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
Thank you.
Keep watching HarlemBusinessJournal.com and BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.